Today, somebody's kidney is missing.
This young man came to my office and then he said he went to a hospital and his kidney was removed.
Who took it? Hi guys, welcome back to Nurse Michy. If you are new here, welcome and thank you for coming by. And if you've been here with me all this while, you already know when I see a health story that makes me stop and ask, wait, what exactly happened here? We are going to talk about it. And today, somebody's kidney is missing. Yes, a whole kidney. And the question is not only where is the kidney? The bigger question here is, how do you prove when, where, and how somebody's kidney disappeared? Because this case is complicated. But before we go on to talk about it, I would love you to watch this first.
No, they came before and then they said they went to a hospital and they removed his kidney. But the whole story didn't make sense to me. So I told them that, beg, I'm not going to do something that does not have proof. Until 2 days ago, being 19th, and they came back again and then they said, please, we want you to look at this, we want justice. His kidney was actually removed. Now, without doing anything, I just say, you know what, I called the doctor at Disappearance Hospital in Jabi and I said, please, somebody came to me and made a complaint that his kidney was removed. I will need to do a scan. You people do scans? Of course, yes. And then that was how I drove in the rain with this young man and then we went to the hospital. So, this is when we went to the hospital. So this guy and his parents came to my office that they removed his kidney in the hospital and without his consent. So we came to the hospital here in Disappearance to do a test. Open your stomach in case you see. Yes.
Was there a left kidney there in the first place?
So we have to do a test to be sure that whether his kidney is there or not. So we are here at the scan place and he's about to go into the scan room. We have figured, end the video and we'll show the doctor place.
There's the liver. So you follow the arm. There's the liver.
Okay.
And the right quadrant. There's the right kidney.
Okay.
That round thing there.
And this one
in the outline, yeah.
with blood supply.
That's the kidney.
Yes,
Right.
this is the right kidney.
Okay.
This is gallbladder.
Okay.
This
black
is here.
thing, yeah.
This is blood
Okay.
pump.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the pancreas here. This one is not running.
Okay.
Then here on the left side,
Yes.
there's the spleen,
Okay.
and these are the intestine.
Okay.
There is no left kidney here.
Eh?
No left kidney.
Now we have a problem. They've looked for the left kidney and they couldn't find any.
This is the stone. This is the bladder. The spleen. The entire left here.
No, bro, so it's no problem. Go, I will.
It's not the entire left here.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing. You can still turn.
Turn, please.
This is the right kidney.
Yes. Go closer.
On the left side, the left kidney is absent.
Show the Christian, please.
This is the left.
Okay.
This is right. Let me label it. This is the right kidney.
Okay.
Then this is spleen. No left kidney.
So the left kidney is missing. Over. Okay.
Well, let me see the images from the first purposes. Please stop.
Don't, please. Sorry, come here. So. We're still here at Disappearance and the doctor have confirmed that his left kidney is missing. So they actually removed his kidney. So what we are going to do next is we are going to take this report to the police station. Also, we'll go to the government hospital to also go and check because this is a private hospital. This is Disappearance. However, this is a very good hospital in Nigeria, well recommended and well known, especially in Nigeria, in Abuja, of course. So, but to check again, we'll still go to the government facility. That will be used for investigation as well. First of all, this was like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, because after the scan and it was confirmed that his kidney was missing, I had goosebumps. But it didn't stop there. I needed to also confirm with a government hospital. So we went to FMC. So we at Federal Medical Center, after doing the test at Disappearance, a private clinic, we decided to come here also to do a scan. To also check this hospital if his kidney, the both of them are intact. The first hospital told us and gave us a result of the scan that one of his kidneys is actually missing. So we had to come to the government hospital, FMC, to confirm. Federal Medical Center to confirm the result from the private hospital. Yes.
Let them have it empty.
That's good.
It was also confirmed at the Federal Medical Center in Jabi that his left kidney was missing. This is the scan result from Nisa Premier, a private hospital around Jabi as well, and this is the report from FMC. And it also says here clearly that his kidney is missing. The right kidney visualized, so it's also going to be posted on the screen. So with all of these reports, we had to take it to the police.
Now we have a problem. They've looked for the left kidney and they couldn't find any. But this is where I think we have to be very careful here, because not finding a kidney on that scan and establishing what happened to that kidney are two different things altogether. Before we can even ask who removed what, there is a question that has to come first. Was there a left kidney there in the first place? Because there are actually several reasons, medical reasons, why some people can have one kidney that cannot be found where you would normally expect to find it. Some people are born with only one kidney. They can live perfectly normal lives for years and never know until somebody performs a scan for something completely unrelated. Then there is something called an ectopic kidney, and don't let that medical terminology confuse you. It simply means that the kidney developed in an unusual position. So instead of sitting where we normally expect to find it, it may be lower down or sometimes even in the pelvis. A kidney can also be extremely small or poorly developed. And there are also situations where previous disease or previous surgeries become part of the history. So when somebody says, we scanned the left side and couldn't find the kidney, my next question isn't immediately who took it. My next question is, what does this man's medical history tell us? And that is where this case could become very interesting. Let's say the hospital comes out tomorrow and says, excuse me, we didn't remove anybody's kidney. This man came to us with one kidney. Fine. How do we establish that? Now, I want to go backwards because this is important. Does this young man have an old ultrasound somewhere? Has he ever had a computer tomography scan, an MRI, any previous imaging for this operation where somebody actually documented both kidneys? Because if he does, that old report could suddenly become one of the most important pieces of this entire story. Imagine an ultrasound from before that hospital admission, clearly documenting the right and the left kidney. Now, we know the left kidney existed at that point. And if today's examinations cannot find it, then we have narrowed the question considerably. What happened between then and now? And this is where another part of Ezekiel's story becomes difficult to ignore. There is a scar.
Yes. So
look at that. That is a significant scar on the left side. Now, the scar itself cannot tell us this man's kidney was removed. That's not how this works. But it can raise another eyebrows. Very reasonable question. What operation caused that scar? What operation was this young man supposed to have? Where was that operation supposed to be performed? And does that operation explain a scar in that location? This is where I would want the scar, the scans, and the medical history of this man looked at, very carefully together, because none of them has to carry the entire story alone. The scar tells us something happened there. The current imaging tells us what can and cannot be seen inside his body now. Old imaging, if it exists, could tell us what was there before. And once you put those pieces together, the next place you naturally have to go is the hospital record. Because whatever happened during this man's operation happened while he was unconscious. He didn't see it. His mother didn't see it. VDM wasn't there. You and I definitely weren't there. So what happened inside that theater? Somebody wrote something, or at least somebody was supposed to write something. Hospital documentation. What operation did he go in for? What did the surgeon actually do? Was there a complication? Did something happen unexpectedly? Was anything removed? And if something was removed from his body, where did it go? Was anything sent to pathology? What does the operation report say? What does his discharge paper say? It's a whole lot of things. Imagine the hospital says, we didn't remove his kidney, then bring the record. Or imagine they say, yes, we removed it. Something happened during surgery and we had to. Then tell us what happened. Because removing an entire kidney is not, oh, small something happened during the operation. No, what happened? Why was removing the kidney necessary? And where was it documented? And this brings us naturally to another question. What did Ezekiel consent to? Because I think sometimes people hear he signed consent, and that's supposed to finish the conversation. Excuse me. Consent to what? If I go into hospital for procedure A, signing consent form doesn't automatically mean, okay guys, once I am unconscious, freestyle on my body. That's not how informed consent works. Yes, emergencies happen. A surgeon can open somebody up and find something completely unexpected. And sometimes they genuinely have to act immediately because waiting could put the patient's life in danger. Fine. But interestingly, when we look at Nigerian law, this exact issue came up. The National Health Act 2014 generally requires informed consent before tissue is removed from a living person. But there is an emergency provision. And that wording is interesting because, yes, if I am unconscious and something is happening that could kill me, obviously doctors sometimes have to act. But please don't turn that into Nigerian law says doctors can remove your organs without consent. No, those are two completely different conversations. Emergency treatment is one thing. Taking somebody's organ is another thing. So if an emergency eventually becomes part of the explanation here, my question is very simple. What was the emergency? What happened to that kidney? What did surgeons say? And again, is it documented? And this is why I love what VDM did. You know, going to another hospital was very useful.
But to check again, you still go to the government facility. That will be used for investigation as well.
You want confirmation. But here's the thing. You can take Ezekiel to 5 more hospitals, 10 hospitals, 20 hospitals if possible. If every single one of them says, we cannot find the left kidney, we have confirmed the same thing 20 times over. The kidney isn't there, but we still haven't answered what happened to it. And that is the investigation I am interested in. Show me the before, show me what operation he went in for, show me what happened during that operation, show me what he consented to, show me the operative report, show me what caused that scar, show me the hospital's account, because somewhere between all of those things, there has to be an answer. And please, if you take anything away from this story, keep your medical records. It's very, very important. That ultrasound from 4 years ago that you were about to throw away, keep it. Your CT reports, keep it. Your operation report, keep it. Your discharge letter, keep it. Not because you should start entering hospitals counting your kidneys before somebody touches you. Please, but because your medical records are your history. And sometimes the only way to answer what happened to me is to establish what was there before. And I am definitely following this case. Seriously, this is very interesting because this one is not small. This isn't I transferred money to you, you didn't provide a service, or yeah, refund me. No, this is a kidney, a human kidney. You cannot press reverse transaction and return somebody's organ. Never. So I genuinely want to see how they unravel this one. Because if that kidney was there before this young man entered that hospital, somebody has some serious explaining to do. And if it wasn't, then let the evidence show us that too. But until then, I have one question. Where is Ezekiel Samuel's kidney? I'm following this one seriously. I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao.